Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into some really specific sounds in Arabic. We're looking at the rules for nun sakina, that's the noon letter with no vowel, and also tanween, those double vowel marks at the end of words.
Exactly. We've got an instructional video in Arabic that lays it all out. Our mission, basically, is to understand the four main rules that dictate how these nun and tanween sounds actually, change their pronunciation depending on the letter that comes right after them.
Like a kind of phonetic interaction.
Yeah, precisely. Think of it like the nun sound reacting to its neighbor.
Okay, so let's start. The first rule is al-izhar. Sounds like clarity.
That's right, clarity or clear pronunciation. It's pretty straightforward, actually. This happens when the nun sakina, or the tanween, is followed by one of six specific letters. These are mostly throat letters. Hamza, ha, ain. The other ha, gin, and ka.
The throat letters, okay.
And when that happens, the nun sound is pronounced really clearly. No merging, no nasal hum, just a distinct sound.
So if you see, like a nun with a sukoon, that little circle, then one of those six.
You just say the in.
You just say it.
Clearly.
That's izhar.
Got it. Okay, next up is al-idgham, assimilation or merging. Sounds like the opposite.
It is, in a way. Idgham happens when the nun or tanween meets one of the letters grouped in the word lambe. So that's ya, ra, wam, wa, and noon.
Yeah.
And here, the nun sound doesn't stay clear. It sort of merges or assimilates into that next letter.
Merges how? Does it just vanish?
Not quite vanish. It blends in, and often this involves guna, a nasal sound. So the nun sound influences the following letter or gets pulled into it, often with that slight nasal resonance making the transition smoother.
Okay, I think I get the gist. So clarity for izhar, merging for idgham. What's rule number 3?
Number 3 is al-iqlab. This means substitution or transformation.
Transformation.
Yeah, and this one's super specific. It only happens when the nun, sakina, or tanween is followed by just one letter.
Bala, only ba. Wow. So what's the transformation? The nun sound literally changes into a meme sound.
Into an M.
Yes, an M sound. And it comes with that nasal gunna sound, too. So nun plus bar results in you pronouncing a nasalized right before the ba.
Okay, that's a definite switch. A nun becoming a meme just because of a ba.
Yeah.
Wild.
It is quite distinct.
Which leaves the last rule, al-ikfa. This must cover everything else.
Exactly. Al-ikfa means concealment, or maybe better, partial hiding with nasalization. It applies when the nun or tanween comes before any of the remaining 15 letters of the alphabet, the ones not used for izhar, idgham, or iqlab.
15 letters. So what happens to the nun sound here? Is it clear? Merged? Changed?
It's kind of in between. You don't pronounce a hardened like in izhar, but you also don't fully merge it like idgham, and it doesn't change into a different letter like iqlab. Instead, the nun sound is sort of softened. It's hidden slightly, pronounced with a light nasal sound held briefly before you pronounce the next letter. It's a concealment, a light nasalization.
Right. Let me see if I've got this. Izhar is clear in with the 6 throat letters. Idgham is merging, often nasal, with the UIA letters.
Correct.
Iqlab is changing the N to a nasal M sound before a ba.
Exactly.
And Iqfa is this sort of hidden light nasal sound for all the other 15 letters.
You've nailed it. That's the essence of the 4 rules. And what's really quite elegant is how systematic it all is. It shows this deep structure in Arabic phonetics, probably making the spoken language flow better.
Yeah, it adds a kind of musicality almost. It makes you think, doesn't it?
For sure.
How these tiny phonetic rules, things we might not even consciously notice, shape the entire sound and feel of a language. It makes you wonder, what other subtle rules are working away under the surface in how we all communicate? In any language.
Yeah.
Something to think about.